So I'm number 11.
Got that big goal, man.
Thank you very much for allowing us to join you all this evening. Thank you to the Hall of Fame committee. It was a pleasant surprise when we found out that we were inducted, and that's, a tribute to the guys behind me and the hard work that we put in. Congratulations to all the other folks who are being inducted with us tonight. There's some great stories here, and a lot of terrific takeaways about the greatness of CBA. Our coach isn't here. His name's Bobby Smith, as you heard on the video. A quick story about Bobby. We were a group of teenagers, and we had just come off of a season where, if you take our successes in 1983 and reverse them, that's basically what we looked like the year before. So we showed up to practice, tryouts, whatever you want to call it, day one, and the first thing that Bobby said was, "We're not going to see pucks for a while." We didn't know that we weren't going to see pucks for like a month. It's kind of hard to play ice hockey without the little black rubber flying around the rink. But he just put into us and trained us, which I think in some form or another, without conferring with my fellow teammates, we carried with us, I think, throughout the course of our lives, hopefully. I certainly have. Consistency, discipline, and hard work. And he always told us that they would pay off for us. He never told us that we'd win a state championship, but he believed that we could. He never told us that we could go through a season undefeated, but I'm pretty sure he believed that we could. He took a risk on us, and we certainly put our faith and trust back into him. We've taken a moment of silence, just you all did, by listening to the video. Unfortunately, two keys to our team aren't here, and I'd actually even take it a step further and say the third key. So you've heard about Dave and Bobby, who are our teammates, but Brother John Griffith isn't here with us, and I think that it doesn't go without saying that we had a spiritual director in the room with us before every game, at every practice, on every bus ride. Brother John was with us and stood at the edge of the bench, to the point where my mom asked me, I think sophomore or junior year, "Who is that guy that's on the edge of the bench?" I'm like, "It's okay, Mom, he's a brother." She's like, "All right, cool." Lastly, it's hard to be pulled into a room, and quite honestly, I'll throw it out there that I went to our team captain, one of them, who I'm still in touch with, the other I'm not, and I said to Paul, you should really be the person who's doing this. And he deferred. He wasn't able to do it, unfortunately, and it's a shame because I would have enjoyed doing it with him. He's not here tonight, but we got texts from him earlier today just reminding us how much fun we actually really did have that year and all of our years playing ice hockey for the school. Quick side note, and then I'll just finish up with some accolades. It was told to me afterward that we were the team that the school was deciding upon whether or not they would continue with the ice hockey program. Bobby was brought into Brother Andrew's office, and Brother Andrew said to him, "I want no shenanigans. I want no calls from parents. I want these kids to have fun, and every single one of them better pass their grades." And that was sort of the end of the story, but it was a message that was sent to Bobby, and he definitely told us grades were first. What an unbelievable risk that the school took on a young man, Bobby Smith, and he gave us the gift of consistency, discipline, and hard work, but he showed it in every single thing that he did. I have a great deal of pride as a Fitzgerald. I'm one of 6. I'll say that my sister is the best athlete in the family as well. She played on the grass while we played on ice, but I have 2 older brothers, 79 and 80 grads. Myself, my brother Michael, who is with his daughter now, getting some awards at her high school. He graduated in '85 and Mark in 1990. But the success of the program is generational. I've had two nephews graduate. One was a wrestler. He actually made the show and went to Atlantic City. And then lastly, my nephew Simon. I say 11 for two reasons. One, we are we. We are not Fitzgerald. We're not Pettinato. We're not the Battazzi brothers. We're not Joe Haney. We're not any of those individual names. We're the guys that wore CBA on the front of their jerseys. So that's important to me. The second is that the number 11 is a big part of our family, and it's unbelievable. If you get a chance and you care about CBA ice hockey, type into Google Simon Fitzgerald. I think it was 2020. He was lucky enough to have an unbelievable team around him, and he is the second of a father-son tandem that have won state championships here at CBA. My brother Michael and Simon were number two. So it leads to sort of finishing off my comments. One, a tribute to the program. There's been, as I count them, 9 state championships. We're really happy that we were the first, for sure. You heard some of the stats as I gave that they put up on the video, but I think it's really important to sort of go back to how I started this by saying that if you take our 18-0-1 regular season record and flipped it, we really were like 2-0-18. 2 wins and 18 losses. The outscoring that this team generated against their opponents is ridiculous. We were 137 goals to 24. The team was actually not even in the highest division within the state. We were a B division team because we basically stunk the years before. So I think it's really of note that shortly into our regular season, I think it was like 6 or 7 games in, we went from this non-ranked, who the heck are these guys, to the number 1 team in the Star Ledger poll, which was sort of our Bible, and I'll come back to that in a second. We did qualify for the Gordon Cup, and as the number 1 team in the state, we actually had to play in to get into the Gordon Cup because we were B division and weren't in the A division at the time. It took great pride that we were able to beat Seton Hall 3-0, and I found out after the fact, just doing a little bit of homework, that there's really 3 things that sort of capture this team. 1, we're the first unranked team from preseason to go on to win the title. 2, the first team outside of the A division, which I don't think has ever happened again, to win the title. And lastly, I think coming from a Catholic school, it's really important to all of us with the upbringings that we've had to say that we're the first parochial team to ever win the state championship. So I can't let the night go, and I apologize. This isn't a we moment. This is a me moment. I got a phone call, and I was asked to participate, which I gladly did. And there was a little bit of consternation in the house because we couldn't find where the scrapbook was. So all of the pictures that you saw, for the most part, on the video are scraps of newspapers that my mom clipped, and unbeknownst to me, had them for the entire season and gave them to me in a book at the end of the season as a congratulations. So, Mom, I know you're looking down on us. We did good. So I'd just like to finish off again by saying thank you to all of you. This is a wonderful celebration, and we're really happy to be part of it. And this is the team. Congrats to you guys. Thank you very much.